grew up watching Star Trek. Nature Ballard's books have a big influence within my practice, particularly Hello America and The Drowned World. In Hello America, Ballard describes a world in chaos where all resources have been depleted and it has become almost uninhabitable. He describes how, upon arrival, the whole place looks like gold due to the sun reflecting off the sand. But upon closer inspection, you can see the destruction and how barren the world has become. He states, the endless succession of roofless houses, deserted shopping malls and sand-covered parking lots was unsettling enough. The blatant destruction in this book and the annihilation of such a powerful country that he appears to take great pleasure in describing is amazing. In The Drowned World, Ballard describes a London lost beneath the rising sea levels. Fluctuation in solar radiation melted the ice caps, sending the planet into a huge climate shift where large-scale vegetation and primeval reptiles live. He states, over this initial period of 20 years, a global adjustment of life took place to meet the altered climate. The doomsday messages in Ballard's text that cover widespread pollution, radioactive fallout, plastic accumulation, the altered course of rivers, mass extinction of species, and human transport may have seemed like science fiction back in the 80s. However, today, they are becoming science fact. I then used the imagery to inform my own visual interpretation of his worlds into plasticast, sculptural maquettes, and large-scale digital projections. I primarily use upcycled technology and circuit boards from abandoned 1970s to early 2000s technology. These worlds that I create then photographed and digitally rendered into inhabitable digital environments. A quote by Ben Marcus in the introduction to the book Hello America describes how we tend to turn a blind eye on the devastation that is happening to our planet. He states, this is perhaps the cautionary tale we need as we lurch further into real, irreversible destruction, and since the hard-headed among us are not listening to science, why not let fiction commence its subtler, more sinister campaign? Once I have created my digital worlds from the aforementioned circuit boards, I wanted to begin building my digital world to be representative of my concerns as an artist and a human being sharing a planet in crisis. To build my futuristic digital world, I look to science fiction writers such as Stanislaw Lem and his book Solaris. I also drew inspiration from Solaris because of its ever-changing environment. To bring this into my work, I have a pre-generated world that builds itself in front of the viewer as they traverse the landscape in front of them. Much like the highs and lows of the planetoid Solaris, the viewer in my walking simulator will find the environment to be unpredictable. I will leave you with this introduction to one of the most interesting TV series.
What would happen if every human being on Earth disappeared? At some point in the future, this could be the fate of our planet. This isn't the story of how we might vanish. It is the story of what happens to the world we leave behind.